Islam, Moors? Islam. Islam? Islam. 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 Arise, giving all praises to Allah, the Father of the universe, cherisher and sustainer of all the balanced universes. I extend the highest of honors to his holy and divine prophet, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the founder of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Islam, Moors? Islam. All right. I just want to jump in real quick in this portion of the ceremony because I know we've been going kind of long, but it's certain aspects of this I don't want you to miss. Islam? Islam. Our Prophet Noble Drew Ali tells you, says, when man honors man, he honors Allah. All right? You'll notice when sheiks in the Moorish Science Temple of America come up, before we're allowed to speak, we give a long train of honors. A long train of honors. Some longer than others. Islam? All right? So what we wanted to do is we wanted to recognize some people in the community that do great, phenomenal work that most of you have no idea they're doing the work. Islam? If we don't honor the people that are doing the work in the community, they'll get, beat down inside. It's like, why am I doing this? All right? So we have to pat our own people on the back, be like, you know what? You're doing a great job. Please keep up the good work. Islam? All right? And here I have my lovely wife, Sister Taifa Radisia. Islam? For a round of applause. Praise Allah. Quick sidebar. It was Minister Stanley Muhammad, student Minister Stanley Muhammad, and his beautiful wife, Sister Ruth, that actually did our obligations at our marriage ceremony. And we're coming up on 2 years, so we still fighting. Islam? So praise Allah. Praise Allah. Our first, let's do. You guys are beautiful. Praise Allah. Praise Allah. Right? The Prophet Noble Drew Ali tells us, he says that, some of us are shining lights in the business world, right? A lot of us, don't know what it takes. If you're not in business for yourself, you don't know what it takes to keep a business open. That's right. All right? You don't know what it keeps the doors open, the overhead, just the stresses that come along with that. But yet when you greet your clients, you greet them with a smile. Right? If you're not an entrepreneur, you don't know that. All right? So what we want to do, we want to honor one such entrepreneur. Okay? That's all right. The award shifted in the frame. That's all right. We know that Shaitan, anytime you're doing anything powerful, the adversary throws a little something in to let you know he's present. Islam? We can fix that. All is well. Islam. All right? I'd like to call to the floor. Let's go up front. I don't like sitting behind this thing. Let's go. I'd like to call up front Brother Quentin and Sister Taran Lewis. Oh, there she is. Can't mention you without her, right? We're going to fix this before we get it. All right? Yes, a little crooked. All right. We're going to fix that. It's the intention, so talk about it. Absolutely. All right? But this reads, Salvation, Allah, Unity, the Moorish Science Temple of America, Incorporated, Temple 19, Certificate of Moorish Honors is hereby granted to Brother Quentin and Sister Taran Lewis in recognition of your business aptitude and the success of Urban Eden. Let me stop here. It's said a long time ago that the Moors, when we went into Europe to civilize the European, one of the main technologies that we brought there, and I did say technology, main technologies was brought was soap. That's right. Y'all know soap is a technology, right? That's right. That's right. If you doubt that it's a technology, go 2 weeks without some soap. You think you can't live without that iPhone? Islam? So this couple here has their own soap company. They make their own soaps, Moors. Did you hear that? So we're going to honor that. Islam, Moors? And it's called Herb in Eden. That's H-E-R-B and the letter N, Eden, correct? Absolutely. Okay. Google it. Order from to support them. Islam? Islam? It says your campaign to, quote, produce for yourself, unquote, inspires others to believe that they can do wondrous things. Given this 5th day of January 2020 at the Moorish Science Temple of America, Temple number 19, Grand Sheikh Abu Radisiel, Secretary Sister Taifa Radisiel, Acting Sheikh. Islam? Praise Allah. Give them a round of applause. What we're going to do is, I'm going to assign someone to this. Can you give me? Give me a round of applause. Thank you very much. Very much. Sister, please keep up the great work. Thank you very much. Please go ahead and get your award. Don't walk away without your award. Oh, no, you do this. Grab another one. Can you have me another one? Thank you very much. Ooh, yes. Over there is a bio. Excuse me, boys. Excuse my back. Yes. I'd like to call to the floor Sheikh Charles Brown-Hill, and Grand Sheikh Charles Brown-Hill, Temple number 27. And Sister Grand Sheikh is Latia Brown-Hill. Islam. And their daughter, Sister Sarai Brown-Hill. Yes, she got the mouth wide open like Where's my wife? Can you hold this for me? Moors, a lot of times we don't, honor our children like we need to.
That's right.
It's a lot on our children right now. The drugs, the homosexuality, everything the beast is targeting our children with. When you have a child that's doing above and beyond what is asked of them, we have to honor them openly in public to encourage them to continue to do what they're doing. Islam? Now, this young lady right here, this is Sister Sarai Brown Hill. This is the fruit of these two Moorish American fathers. Beautiful fruit, right? Yes. This sister, how old are you, Sister Sarai? 14 years old. How many 14-year-olds you know with a resume? It's high. Let me just read through this right quick so you'll know who you have standing before you. Sarai Brown Hill. Coming from a family of boxers, Sarai Brown Hill showed a natural ability to be a boxer. Her mother, Sheikah Latia Brown Hill, recognized early that Sarai may be good at boxing and spoke to her father, Sheikh Charles Brown Hill, about getting Sarai boxing lessons. However, at the time, Sheikh Brown Hill didn't believe that women should be involved in the sport, so he was against the idea of Sarai learning to box until one day the Brown Hill family were visiting in Albany, New York, where Sheikah Latia Brown Hill has a brother that is a boxing coach. They visited the gym, and long story short, Sheikh Brown Hill was on board and agreed with his wife that Sarai may be good at the sport. Sarai began training at the age of 10 with Lugo Boxing and Fitness in Marietta, Georgia, and adapted quickly to become a top-ranked female boxer in the country through hard work. And I'm not finished, there's more. Don't jump the gun on this one, trust me, you'll weigh all of this, all right? And through hard work and dedication into putting in the 10,000 hours it takes to master her craft. Sarai, now at age 14, has become one of the most decorated female boxing champions in the country. I'm not done. According to the USA Boxing, the governing body for amateur boxing, and the U.S. Olympic team, she is not only ranked #1 in the country at her age and weight division, but she is ranked #1 in the country in most wins for all female boxers at all weight and age divisions. In December 2019, Sarai won the 2019 USA Boxing National Championship in Lake Charles, LA, Louisiana. Thank you. With the win, she earned a spot on the Team USA, a highly distinguished and coveted position within amateur boxing. She will now train at the U.S. Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and travel internationally to represent the United States of America. Sarai Brown Hill, currently an 11-time national champion, is on track to be one of the greatest female boxers in history and ultimately be a 2024 Olympian. Her list of accomplishments are as follows. 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, Georgia Female Boxer of the Year. Oh, there's more. 2017, 2018, 2019, Junior Olympic National Champion, first female in Georgia to win the Junior Olympics. 2018, National Silver Gloves Champion, first female in Georgia to win the Silver Gloves National. 2017, USA Boxing Western Qualifier Champion. 2017, 2018, 2019, USA Boxing Eastern Qualifier Champion. 2017, Ringside World Champion. 2017, 2018, and 2019, Junior Olympic State Champion.
Go ahead.
And next, I'm going to just say for the next, those same 3 years, for the next 3 things. I feel like I'm about to pass on with the number. Get old, but don't get older. Get older, but don't get old. All right? Junior State Olympic Regional Champion, State Silver Gloves Champion for those 3 years. 2019 National PAL Champion, 2017 USA Boxing National Champion, 2019 USA Boxing National Champion, and 2019 member of Team USA Junior Division. First female in Georgia to be a member of Team USA. Wow.
Allahu Akbar!
Allahu Akbar!
Allahu Akbar!
Allahu Akbar!
That's beautiful.
Yes.
Brother Mark, come down middle one. We want to capture this right here. Second, absolutely. Just watch it. So, Sarai,
Yes. Beautiful.
I want to present this award to you, Sister Sarai. And this is an award, it has your name on it, but it really goes to all three of you.
That's right.
Islam, all the time, Dad had to take and drive from, was it Dallas, Georgia? To Marietta. And we still do. Pray and train and have to drive all the way back. And Mom having to, take care of her, doing everything that Mom does to support that. This is to be honored.
Yes,
All right?
yes.
So, we have, again, Salvation Allah Unity, the Moorish Science Temple of America, Incorporated, Temple 19 Certificate of Moorish Honors is hereby granted to Sister Sarai Brown-Ill in recognition of your boxing dedication and national representation of the young Moabitist ideal in the sporting arena. Given this 5th day of January 2020, the Moorish Science Temple of America, Temple 19, Atlanta. Takbir! 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 For those who don't know, that means who's the greatest? God. Islam? Sister Sarai, would you like to demonstrate? Say something to the people.
Well, I want to be able to do all this without Allah. I swear to praise to Allah, to Prophet, and to my mother, my father, my sisters and brothers, and each and every one of you, Islam.
Islam.
I wouldn't be able to accomplish all of this stuff without my parents and without Allah, because I pray to Him before every single fight that I have.
Allahu
And,
Akbar.
yeah, Islam.
Islam. Round of applause, Lord. Thank you. Keep up the good work. Islam. Sheikh. Thank you, Lord. Sheikh is Islam. Thank you. One more time, boys. Praise Allah. We have some more coming up. Y'all all right?
Yes, yes.
She Brown, can I borrow you one more time, Mom? Maybe call to the floor. Where's our brother? Where's he at, Mom? Okay. Call to the floor, Brother Resurrector Taylor Harris Bay. Give him a round of applause, boys. Before I give this award, I'd like to, turn this portion over to our brother Grand Sheikh Charles Brown-Ill of Temple number 27, because he can best tell why this brother is receiving this award. Islam, boys.
Islam.
Islam. Thank you, our family, for your patience and thank y'all for your patience and your kindness and etc. But I want to rise my thoughts to praise Almighty God Allah for love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Islam. Send our high honor to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the founder of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Islam.
Islam.
Send honor to each and every one of you. This brother here that stands before us, it looked like he got taller since yesterday. That brother don't stop growing. This brother is he's been in the Moorish Science Temple of America now for about 2 years, and I think the brother what gives me honor to give the brother an award is because so many of our people come in the Moorish Science Temple of America, but the work is too strenuous. It's hard. It's hard to do this job. Is that right? It's not like some of the places that we've been, coming into the Moorish Science Temple of America and coming into the knowledge of yourself. So many times we see brothers come in and we see brothers go out. I've been around a long time, and they come in and they go out, right? But this brother, I pray to Allah all the time for him and beseech Allah to protect him and watch over him and keep him strong, because I see something in the brother. And the brother has been, he walks, he stays strong. He's on the road. He does anything you can ask him anything and he'll do it. I've tested him. I've tested him. See, I've asked this brother to do a multitude of things that I don't even really want done. I just want to see, is he gonna really do this or not? Are y'all with me? I might be letting in a little secret, but I shouldn't tell him all. But the brother is strong, and I encourage him. Things like this will help you to stay strong. Right. To get honor will help you to stay strong. Stay on the road, Mo. Times is going to get rough. They're going to get hard. That's right. But we got to bury Islam in our heart like a bulldog burying bone. Yes, right. When the rough times come, the bulldog, he get that bone, he eat the meat all off the bone. It tastes good. But when he get finished with it, he don't throw the bone away. He bury it. Because when rough times come and he don't have nothing to eat, he dig that bone up and he suck on the marrow. This is how we got to bury Islam in our hearts. That when rough times come, when the times come around, that we no longer, we don't, that feeling that we had when we came in the temple, you're not going to always feel that zeal, sister. You're not going to always feel that. You're not going to always be happy with me.
Right.
I'm going to get on your nerves. Things going to get on your nerves. You're going to get tired. But when that happens, you got to dig back in your heart and remember what you felt when you walked in the door. And this is, Mo, you deserving of this. And I praise Almighty God, Allah, for you.
Beautiful.
Y'all know I talk a lot, so I'm going to shut up, Mo.
Islam, Mo.
To my appointed time.
I got you, brother. Praise
Brother
Allah.
Harris Bey is deserving of this award and much more. Islam?
Islam, Islam. And this award reads, Islam, Brother Harris Bey. I love this brother right here.
Good.
Usually when I see him come to my barbershop, I know the Grand Sheik ain't never far behind. He's the advanced team right here. Salvation, Allah, Unity, Moorish Science Temple of America, Incorporated Temple number 19, Certificate of Moorish Honors, is hereby granted to Resurrected Taylor Harris Bey in recognition of being a faithful member of Temple number 27 and a soldier for Prophet Noble Drew Ali.
That's right.
Resurrected Harris Bey always makes himself available at any hour to the assistance of the Grand Sheik and any of the members.
Right.
This brother keeps in line with all necessities and serves our movement from the motive of gratitude.
Right.
Given this 5th day of January 2020, Moorish Science Temple of America, Temple number 19, Atlanta. Islam, Moors? Islam. Takbir! 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 Round of applause, Moors. Keep up the great work, man.
He don't talk much.
It's on TV.
Islam family.
Islam.
First I rise and give all praises to Father God Allah. I'd like to extend high honors to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I'd like to extend high honors to each and every one of you. I am grateful to be here, and thank you, Grand Sheik. I thank you for your guidance and all your teaching, everything that you give me. I appreciate you, Sheik, and I appreciate you too, Grand Sheik.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Praise Allah. Islam. Praise Allah. Thank you, Lord. Well, this is beautiful, right? How often do we see us giving honors to each other, right? All right? This next one's a little interesting because this brother I want to give honors to. Come this way. I don't feel right to be that far away from you. I don't. Ain't that right?
Oh, you got
You know about the distance.
No, I know.
We're going to get to that in a minute.
Yeah, you know I know.
The next one's interesting because, certain people are connections to so many other people, right? The next brother I want to give honors to, if it wasn't for this brother, it's a lot of good people I have in my life now I would never have come across. Islam? I'd like to call to the floor Brother Gerald X.
Yeah.
Praise Allah. Thanks very much.
Right. Beautiful.
This brother right here, much of the unity work that Temple number 19 is known for doing, much of that we wouldn't have been able to do if it wasn't for the connections of this brother connecting us to other people.
That's right.
All right? The beautiful couple I have in front of me, student Mr. Stanley Muhammad and Sister Ruth, I would never have met them if the brother didn't invite us to a unity a banquet, a unity conference back then, right? Rally. I mean, 3 years ago, 4 years? 3 years ago, and beautiful sound. First we got to the mosque, beautiful energy, right? And we started to build after that.
That's right.
So, Brother Gerald, we want to give you these honors, and we're hopeful that you're appreciative of it and you keep up this great work. Again, Salvation Allah Unity, the Moorish Science Temple of America Incorporated, Temple 19, Certificate of Moorish Honors is hereby granted to Brother Gerald X. In recognition of your tireless and continuous labor for the cause of unity between Afro-Asiatic and indigenous organizations in the city of Atlanta. Given this 5th day of January 2020 at the Moorish Science Temple of America, Temple number 19, Atlanta. Takbir! 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 Praise Allah. Praise Allah. Would you like to say something?
Islam. Assalamu alaikum. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness there is no God but Allah, that Muhammad is his messenger. I want to give thanks to Brother Haru and Sister Tina. Y'all like a family away from family.
Islam.
I give props to the Honorable Noble Drew Ali, and I give honors also to my other family away from family. Student Mr. Stanley Muhammad, Sister Ruth. So y'all like families away from home. And I prayed to Allah in 2015, before I even joined the Nation of Islam. I was still with the Hebrew Israelites. And I prayed to God Allah in my Hebrew tongue. I said, what can I do to help the minister? Because he was promoting the justice of else. And he said, go to all of your brothers and sisters in the different religious communities and get them to unite with each other.
Go
And
ahead.
at that time, I didn't know that Elijah Muhammad had commanded us to do that.
That's right.
He told us to go to our brothers and sisters in the
right.
different religious
That's right.
communities and unite with them. And Allah said, if the people on the outside see us divided, then how can we unite them?
Go ahead.
So he
Go
said,
ahead.
unite in the house first.
Beautiful.
And that's a mission that I have accepted. And I've been blessed to meet the Moorish Science Temple. Number 19, I've been blessed to meet the Sabines, the Black Panther Party, Black Shrine of Madonna. And our unity is more powerful than an atomic bomb. So this never could have happened without you guys accepting it. Because we know it's kind of hard to get people to unite with different beliefs.
right.
But we're all family,
That's
we're all
right.
one. And I thank all of y'all so much, and we got more work to do. So
That's
let's
right.
get to work. Thank you guys so much.
Walaikum salam, sir. Round of applause, please.
All white folks.
Allahu Akbar. This next award comes with a story, not too long, and I don't necessarily know all the details, but I do know, as Brother Gerald said, we had the opportunity to, go to Muhammad's Mosque 15B and meet our brother, student minister Stanley Muhammad and Sister Ruth. It was so much love in the room, it kind of got addictive. Anytime we had an excuse to go, we pop up, And praise be to Allah, they opened the rostrum and opened it up for the Moors to speak.
Always.
And it was just so embracing of us that it blew our minds when we found that our sister, they had gone down to Mexico. And again, I don't know all the details, but our sister had went to Mexico, and in this Trump era presidency, when they went to go return, they didn't want our sister to return.
That's right.
They tracked our sister down to Mexico for how long?
Almost
7
6
months.
months.
Almost
7
6,
months, I'm sorry.
7 months, right? And if you know anything about our brother, student minister Stanley Muhammad, and how much he loves his wife,
Yes.
we all were concerned,
Very concerned.
like super concerned, And that brother went down there, was going down there, and being the minister he was, that brother down in Mexico teaching the Mexican brothers and sisters, about Islam. Right? Praise be to Allah. I saw the videos and everything. I said, still doing the work. Right? And see, this is the thing as leadership, that we always teach is that there's no such thing as excuses. Because that was the main excuse for him in the world, the greatest excuse for him in the world, to stop doing everything and just focus on that. He went down there while doing that, still teaching the life-giving teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Islam? All right? So it's a beautiful thing. So I'd like to call this couple up front. Please give them a round of applause. And I also like to thank you too for being such a model example for couples here in the city of Atlanta. All right? Because it's one thing that you don't see, man and woman together in love. How long have you been married?
Just 20.
That's all, just 29 years? Just yesterday. How many children?
Just 9.
Just 9 children. When was the last time you heard that? All right? But we want to issue this award. It's just a humble token of our appreciation. And it reads, Salvation, Allah, Unity, the Moorish Science Temple of America, Incorporated, Temple number 19, Certificate of Moorish Honors is hereby granted to Student Minister Stanley and Sister Ruth Muhammad in recognition of their unwavering dedication to unity, truth, and maintaining their faith even after being tested. May Allah continue to keep you strong. Given this 5th day of January 2020 at the Moorish Science Temple of America, Temple number 19. Takbir! 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 Would you like to have a word to people?
Well, I would like to give praise and thanks to Allah, who appeared in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, and for coming 9,000 miles after we, the so-called American Negroes, and raising up the most honorable Elijah Muhammad to restore us back to our original self. Right along with his brother, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And Master Fard Muhammad told the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, always speak well about Prophet Noble Drew Ali and his community, and the Honorable Marcus Garvey. We all are one.
That's right.
You're saying 5 plus 2 is 7. We are saying 7 times 1 is 7. Different expressions, but boil down to the same thing. And one thing about Brother Sheikh Haru, which I love, and Sister Tina, that they understand that. And when you understand mathematics, you don't speak negative about somebody else because they dress different, because they talk different.
That's right.
That's the work of our slave master. And he wants to divide us.
Yes.
But we are brothers for life.
That's right.
We know we have FBI agents among us. We know we have hypocrites among us. And we know we have good believers among us that might get weak sometimes. But we must never let someone whisper in our ear.
That's right.
Don't hang out with those Moorish Americans because they don't believe like we believe. But here we stand.
That's right.
And you're not going to stop and break this unity because the Honorable Minister Farrakhan loves the Moorish American brothers and sisters. And guess what? Guess what?
What, brother?
You love us too.
That's right.
Because if you didn't love us, you wouldn't have us here.
That's right.
So I want you to know that we are brothers and sisters for life, and we're about to go through something as a people,
That's right, brother.
whether we know it or not.
Yep.
There's not going to be food in the streets.
That's right. Come on now.
The grocery store is going to be closed down, and they're going to have white folks actually securing Whole Foods and Publix.
Prophet warned us, brother. He warned us.
And how are we going to eat? And he did warn.
Yep.
But if we don't come together
Come on,
and
brother.
put aside our differences, we'll never eat.
Come on now.
But I'd say this beautiful union here, this bouquet of believers, is evidence that we're going to have a glorious future. And we will eat. So we thank Allah for this honor.
Yes.
And I want to say, he's right. When they told my baby Ruth she can't come back, I was in a war with the U.S. government and the CIA. See, I used to wonder why I liked Baby Ruth candy bars when I was growing up. And she's my Ruth, she's my baby Ruth.
That's right.
And I went down there and stayed with her, and we commuted back and forth. And when I was not there, my son secured her.
That's right.
And they said she can't come back for 10 years. It was a 10-year ban. And there was Trump's people down there, but we turned a trial into a triumph.
Yes.
And we started preaching Islam. And we raised up so many Mexican Muslims by Allah's grace down there. That's when they say, oh, she can go home now. So now here we stand. So we thank Allah for all the community support. And so you want to give the greetings to the believers.
Assalamu alaikum, and I thank Allah for my beautiful sister. She's a true sister, and my brother, and we're grateful to both of you for honoring us, and we're grateful to the temple, and may Allah continue to bless our unity to be stronger than ever. Assalamu alaikum.
Again, round of applause, please. We're just gonna get the picture real quick. This is history, right? You got to look noble. Thank you. Really? Thank you very much. One more round of applause. Next, and we have how many minutes? Two. This next one, again, giving honors to our youth. I'd like to call to the floor Brother Jalil Omawali Bey. Brother Jalil, when I first met him, we knew him as Brother Judge.
That's right.
Brother Judge.
Come on up, brother. We met this brother once again.
Soldier.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We met this brother at Muhammad's Mosque 15B at a Unity.
That's right.
No, it was the Unity Banquet, right? Again, Unity Banquet.
Soldier.
And he represents an organization known as New Era Atlanta. All right. When I first heard him speak, I couldn't believe it. His brother's.
Wow.
He's humble. He seems humble now, right? If I give him this microphone right now, y'all would be like, what? Turbans be falling off, fences be caught to the side, all of that, right? Had to get you some water, all of that, right? But praise be to Allah, firecracker. And then when I had a chance to talk to him, I asked him, well, brother, how old are you? He said, 23 years old.
Wow.
Right?
Look at that.
So praise Allah. Same age as my oldest son. Praise Allah. Big be my son, brother. Praise Allah. We're going to move forward with this. Salvation, Allah, Unity, the Moorish Temple of America Incorporated, 19 Certificate of Moorish Honors is hereby granted to Brother Jalil Omawali Bey in recognition of your diligent work as president of New Era Atlanta, community organizing, food and clothing drives, and your efforts to stop the kidnapping of Asiatic women and children in the city of Atlanta. Given this 5th day of January 2020 at the Moorish Temple of America, Temple number 19. Takbir! 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 Praise be to Allah, brother. Look, I'll give you this. Don't hurt the people.
Assalamu alaikum, family. I raise my thoughts to Almighty God Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, His holy, divine, divinely prepared Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I first want to give honors to my father, who's in the back right there. Stand up there for me real quick. A great deal of who I am came from the strong upbringing that man gave me. So praise Allah for him. Just like the Grand Sheikh said, you know, I didn't start off 2019 thinking I was going to join the temple. You know, I was just in there at the invitation of Brother Gerald, you know, coming in to see the minister and Sister Ruth and all the brothers and sisters, you know, but it was something about the demeanor of the Moors that really attracted me to them, you know, because he was watching YouTube and all the debates and you seeing one side, and so you form an opinion until you actually meet the real deal, and knowing that those were some other Moors. These are to me the real Moors. You know, these are Drew Ali Moors. So meeting with them and seeing how much they actually love their people. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't tripping when you say black. They weren't jumping out the tree and talking about, so what's your nationality, bro? Like, you know, it wasn't like that. You know, they were willing to answer. The thing that got me is you present a question and they answer it. It wasn't, you know, the sense of arrogance. They would answer your questions, and if they didn't know, they humble enough to say they didn't know. You know, and I mean, there's not much I can say. I'm just honored to be honored, and I'm thankful that Allah brought me into this magnificent fold, into this great mighty organization, and also to be amongst all the Muslims of North America, because we are the true chosen people. That's right. And this is our year. 2020 is the year of clarity, the year of focus. So we're gonna make sure we keep the prophet out front and focus on him, and see him clearly, and see all of the great divine messages that Allah has sent. And we're gonna move forward as a people. So thank you so much. All right, so peace and love, family. I thank y'all. Thank you, Brother Sheikh.
Thank you very much, brother.
Islam, Sister Tina, Sister T. I love y'all. Peace and love. Islam.
Peace and love. Takbir! 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 Yes. Prophet Noble Drew Ali instructs the Moorish Americans to take your place in the affairs of men.
That's what he do.
A lot of times we sit back and outsource our intelligence to other people and let them think for us, then complain when it doesn't go right.
That's right.
Right? We have a Grand Sheikh amongst us that we'd like to give honors to, because his work is just that, taking his place in the affairs of men.
Come on.
I'd like to call to the floor Sheikh Kenneth Hill.
Islam.
By the way, his brother and his security drove all the way down from Virginia Beach to be here with you all today. Praise Allah. Praise Allah. Praise Allah. I sent you back with something. I sent you back empty-handed. Salvation, Allah, Unity, the Moorish Temple of America Incorporated, Temple number 19, Certificate of Moorish Honors is hereby granted to, we got your full name on here, Brother LaKendrick J. Coburn Ill, Sheikh and Divine Minister. In recognition of taking your place in the affairs of men, for being on the forefront of the issue of human rights, for standing squarely on constitutional principles, and exhibiting the quality and character of a Moorish American Muslim and a true American citizen. Given this 5th day of January 20th at the Moorish Temple of America, Temple number 19, Takbir! 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 Praise be to Allah, brother. Please bless the people.
Praise Allah, honors to his prophet, honors to each and every one of you, honors to Grand Sheikh, Grand Governor for doing this work, honors to all past and present leaders of the Moorish Temple of America. I'd like to extend my honors to my Grand Sheikh, Kenya Umar Bey, out of Chicago, Unity Temples, and just honors to all the Moors around the country that are doing their work, their part. I just want to say I love you all. I actually used to live here in Atlanta, in Jonesboro. It's my first time being back in about 20 years. A lot has changed. I have a lot of stuff that I would love to talk about and speak to. However, just for the sake of time, I just want to say that I love you all. And I just want to close out, if I can, with the Royal Renaissance, because that's something I think we need to focus a little bit more on. And I didn't hear that tonight, so I just want to bring it into the room. And the Royal Renaissance, it goes, this unity that we, the sons and daughters of the ancient Moabite blood, have established upon these shores in North America, in this alien civilization, shall be preserved at all costs with the bonds of Ali's holy laws. And if we violate these universal laws or principles by preferring a stranger before thy own sacred blood, then may the flaming swords of our forefathers turn upon us the wrath of Allah and strike us down 7 times. We pledge our allegiance to Prophet Noble Drew Ali under love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Islam. I want to extend that to you all. I love you, Moors, and honor to y'all for this. I wasn't expecting this. I was just coming to spend some time and share some unity with my brothers and sisters. So, Islam.
Islam. Praise Allah. Give them a round of applause. Now, if you notice, this frame is it's a white frame. So, you know, we have long since stopped calling Europeans white people.
That's right.
Because something that's white represents, I'm wearing a white garment. Purity. Those people are far from purity. That's a habit we got to kick ASAP. All right? Well, we're taught, you know, to honor your fathers and your mothers, that your days may be long upon the earth land and the Lord thy God Allah has given you. Right? So you have to honor your elders. I had an elder, Sheikh James Barnes Bay, that Allah decided to call back late last year, sometime around September. For his own purpose, he called him back. He said, son, it's time to come home. That was the elder that taught me much of what I know about Moorish science. But we have his beautiful wife here tonight. And if you want to know, you know, if you want to know why I'm wearing the cake, we can talk about it after. But if you want to know who made the cake, it was that sister right there. All right? Sister, let's see what
Takbir!
Allahu Akbar!
Takbir!
Allahu Akbar!
Takbir!
Allahu Akbar! I want to issue you this award because we want you to know that we love you.
That's right.
And it reads, Salvation, Allah, Unity, the Moorish Science Temple of America, Incorporated, Temple number 19, Certificate of Moorish Honors, is hereby granted to Sister Lestine Barnes Bay in recognition of your being a faithful wife to our now ascended brother and friend, Sheikh James Barnes Bay. You are also being recognized for all of your work as a master seamstress, providing the Moorish Americans with the garments of our Moorish ancient forefathers and foremothers. You are being adopted as a mother, sister, and friend of Temple number 19. Praise be to God. Yeah, it's against the will. We claim it. Praise be to Allah.
Allahu Akbar. Beautiful.
Yeah, my wife doesn't like to let her go when she hugs her. Would you like to say anything to people? You're fine? Okay. She's a woman of action, not words. Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Like her mother does, she had to fix my cake before she sat down.
No, we got one more award. We have one more, a special award.
Islam family.
Islam.
So, Grand Sheik has been giving out awards, you know, honoring the Moorish Americans and all those in the community that, you know, been doing some very powerful things. And I think it's only fitting that we give him an award.
That's right.
And acknowledge and recognize the work that he has done in the community.
Allahu Akbar. That's right.
On behalf of the members of the Moorish Science Temple of America, Temple number 19, we present this award to Brother A.H. Ranisi L., Grand Governor, Grand Sheik, Divine Minister, father, grandfather, brother, and husband, for your outstanding leadership in the community and representation of our holy and divine prophet, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, given on this day, January 5th, 2020.
Praise Allah.
Takbir! Takbir! Takbir!
Praise the Lord, family. Brother, hey, Ranisa here. One more round of applause.
Islam. We also, can you hold this for me? Thank you very much. I want to thank the members, family, and friends who offered this award. Wasn't expecting. Thank you very much. Praise be to Allah. I don't like talking much about myself, so we're going to move on from that. We also had one more award, and it was for, we had another speaker that was supposed to come in tonight. He's an attorney, Brother Brian Gaither. But remember I told y'all when you're doing something powerful, Shaitan plays around. Well, the brother was, I think, playing basketball or something and ripped his Achilles heel. Achilles tendon. So he could not be here tonight. So we have this award. We're going to go to his house and present it to his dad. All right? So praise be to Allah for that. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over into the hands of our moderator, Sheikh Al-Kanatan Bey. Islam boys? Islam, thank you for your time.
حي على الصلاة